Truth, lies, denials and delusions. I've known someone for a really long time. So I've had an opportunity to observe what they've actually said, what they're going to do, what they're going to achieve with what actually happens. And there's been a constant cycle of declarations that something's going to happen, something's going to get done, something's going to get achieved, and it doesn't happen. Anytime I try and bring it up and try and talk about something that's happened in the past, it gets dismissed and challenged, saying that I seem to be killing their dreams and goals. And that's not my intention. My intention is to wish the best for everyone and to achieve the things that they want to do. However, to do that, you have to face up to the truth of what's actually happening. And to try and brush over that or dismiss it and not see what's actually going on is not facing up to the whole truth. And this is where it comes into denials and delusions. What I've observed is a constant cycle of a big declaration of a big goal and a certainty that it's going to happen, a certainty that it's going to be achieved. And anytime I try and have a conversation about what the plan is, what the objectives are, what the milestones are, it almost gets dismissed as being a spanner in the works to the commitment that they've made to the goal. And then I sit back and I observe what's happens, and then it starts off very strong, and then suddenly radio silence. It all goes quiet. No more mention of the goal again. And this becomes a constant repetitive cycle. Large declaration of a big goal, big action in the short period, then radio silence, and no more conversation is allowed about what was declared, and it's repeated again. And I've come to accept that some people are in pure denial, pure delusion. The assumptions that I've come up with is that when someone gets into a constant cycle of failure, their ego creates a protective shell from criticism, and they shrink down because deep inside they truly know that they failed again. So what happens is they effectively shrink and they create such a shell around their ego to protect themselves from outside observation that they don't want to hear anything because they know deep inside what's actually happened. However, that limits someone like me who actually wants to help and support them and find out what's creating this constant cycle of failure. There's two things I can do. I can either try and point out what's actually going on, or I can just leave them be. And for the most part, I've decided just to leave them be because it's not worth my time and effort with someone who's put up such a strong shell that they're not even willing to listen to the smallest amount of feedback. And I use the term feedback over criticism because feedback is just observations of truth about what's actually happening. However, some people take any feedback as pure criticism, and that's not what it is. So I just wanted to get this off my mind today. As much for me to realize that some people are so deluded and so in denial that there's nothing I can actually do to help them. However, I still wish them the best, and if you are one of those unfortunate ones that has gone through a difficult time achieving your goals or objectives, I think the message that I'm trying to get across is that there are people that do want to help and support you, and you jointly have to create space to listen to what's actually going on and not take that as a criticism. Alright, just a quick message for this morning before I get on with my own work. Take care.